Hello and welcome to another edition of The Face of Pro-Life. Today I have a new face. His name is Mr. London Cortes. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So tell our viewers a little bit about your background, because I don't think you were a native-born American. Were you?
No, I was actually born in Costa Rica, and I was invited to the United States in 1968. And I did come, and I loved it so much, and I stayed here and never went back.
So what was it about the United States that you liked?
Well, I admire the political system and everything, the freedom, even though Costa Rica has freedom the same way. But I was so attracted by the way the American people were and everything. So I was very attracted to that.
Now, have you yourself always been pro-life?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so, yes.
What made you pro-life? I mean, what brought your thinking to that point?
I have to be definitely the Catholic upbringing.
Okay.
And I truly believe in that. And in my wife, it was a great influence for my wife, even upon my children, that I developed that, because unfortunately for 20 years I did not, especially when I was in the army, for 20 years I did not go to church. My wife Jenny brought me in, and I began to become a much better person. So
like many people, did you kind of drift away? You were brought up Catholic, but you kind of drifted away like in your 20s?
Yes, yeah. Yes. I was very, very impressed, and I loved the United States. It was fantastic. And I loved the honesty of the American people. Then I got in to get to know them much better, especially in the Army. Then I began to drift away, but however, I always get my prayers, and I have a tremendous love for the Blessed Mother, that I did say my prayers.
Okay.
Maybe little, but I mixed up in other things.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. So now, did you meet your wife in Costa Rica, or did you meet her here?
No, as a matter of fact, I did meet her in the United States.
Yes.
I met her in Concord, New Hampshire, and I saw her. She was so beautiful. I saw her and I talked to her, and it was at the Dunkin' Donuts in Concord, and I followed her. She was so beautiful, and I spoke with her for 2 hours. But I did not dare to ask her for a date, though I did want to, because I said if I ask her for a date, I spoke for 2 hours, she's going to say, oh, this guy is just gone out or something, so I didn't dare. Then I left to say goodbye, and a year later I made it back again.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, it was the grace of God. Nothing happens by coincidence.
No.
No.
God incidents.
Yes.
So you ended up marrying this lady, and you had children.
Yes.
How many children did you guys have?
Well, I have 3 sons, London, Marlon, and Brandon. And then and one thing that was very amazing that she got me, once she came into the faith, praying the Holy Rosary, and it was so genuine that even though I was not ready, but she got me to the praying the Rosary with the children. Wow. Things began to happen.
Wow. Now, did you just say that she wasn't a Catholic to begin with?
No, she was Catholic.
Oh, she was?
She was a very, very,
devout.
True, what I call true grit Roman Catholic.
True grit.
Yes, true grit. Remember, Young Way is
sure.
The true grit. He was Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
So that's what I get the expression. I love that true grit Roman Catholic.
So like a good mother.
Excellent mother.
She encouraged you to lead the family in Rosary.
Yes.
And you're saying that from you leading the family Rosary, things changed.
Yes.
For the better.
Much better, and that it was so fantastic. And in Costa Rica, I did say the Rosary, and I know the litanies by heart. So I began to say the litanies after the Rosary, and that was very beautiful, very, very beautiful.
That is nice. So you had your whole family doing the Rosary together?
Yes, yes.
And that's how you brought up your children?
Exactly.
And
through her help.
Through her help,
yes.
Yeah. It's a team
She was
effort.
the major instrument, my wife, yes.
It's a tag team.
Yes, as a matter of fact, like even Father John Carapi said, you women are paving the way for us men to go to heaven. That is very true. My wife was doing that. She helped me a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It is very important, and Even the Bible says that.
Yes, absolutely right. I agree with you 100%.
So tell us a little bit about you growing in your faith. How did you, like you say, did you grow from the time you met her, or were you already back on your road to being more faithful, or before you met her?
It has to be. It was. I had it. The grain was already there.
Sure.
I was but her attitude and her devotion and being such a true great Roman Catholic brought me in that I began to attend mass. Even a little bit rebellious here and there. But I began to become better and better, and she brought me back to the entire thing. And when my children joined because I do have 4 sons and 1 daughter, and when my 4 sons joined, I have been transferred from the postal service to Virginia Beach, and we were there, and I had bought a beautiful house and everything. But my children joined, all 4 of them at once joined the Franciscan order.
Wow.
And that was incredible.
Now, did you encourage them, or did you
Yes.
try to discourage them?
No,
or, you were very proud?
I was very proud of that because I truly believe that parents should encourage the children as to whether they they have a religious vocation or a marriage, because a marriage is a beautiful thing. So the parents have to be careful to see the difference, and if they see the vocation, to encourage in that way, because there is nothing more beautiful than serving God.
So all 4 of your sons joined the Franciscan order.
Yes.
And where are they today?
Well, one is in Australia and one is here, and the oldest one, after 2 years, that was not their vocation.
But you know what? I'm sure they had great training there to be husbands.
Yes, because now I have 30 grandchildren, biological grandchildren.
30?
30. And that's only between 2 sons and 1 daughter.
Wow.
And my other 2 sons, because they are being for 16 years, I believe, the final vow, the celibacy, they cannot marry. So that's a big
awesome.
thing. It's a tremendous grace from God.
Oh, I know.
And I don't deserve that. My wife deserves everything, Like I said, you women are doing beautiful for us.
So how did she do it? What did she do that was so special?
Prayer.
Prayer.
The rosary. The rosary is the most incredible thing.
I mean, she didn't beat the kids, and she didn't.
No, she was very firm, though. She was very firm.
Yeah.
She will make them kneel on grain, so it will suffer. Just kidding. Just kidding. But that was her. The rosary is incredible.
So she's like a Saint Monica.
Yeah, I tell you, she's an excellent person. It's absolutely great.
And now, is she from the United States?
Yes, she's
born and raised?
From the United States, typical American, blonde hair, blue eyes, really gorgeous.
And how did you? I know that there are some things that you have done over the years. You're very involved. You keep a really close touch on what's going on politically in this country.
Yes, I have a tremendous love for politics. I like to be aware of it. And I was watching news for 45 years. I was watching Fox News. I love Fox News. I watch different things. And the things that were telling, I wanted it. See, when you watch the news, I want to see what the people say. Because when the people say what the people say, you get the truth. While the news, other people, they twist things around. So I was watching and I could tell what was going on, and I really love that.
Yeah, and there's some things that have gotten your goat lately. What are some of the things that what issues have really stirred you to action?
I was very upset. I am also a member of the Knights of Columbus, and I was very upset when President Obama, our president, came up with the idea of the HH mandate. I was very upset over that, and I was compelled to write. And I felt, as saw the bishops calling upon to act and be together in the one cause, I felt compelled to write. That's what I wrote the letter to the United States Supreme Court, because I truly believe in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Without a Constitution where it is known that where there is no order or rules, there is only chaos.
Right,
You know,
right.
so, and I was very upset. In me, though I am not a college educated or not, I have common sense to. I understand the Constitution very
Right.
well.
And in your letter, you do kind of, and so like you said, you wrote a formal letter to the United States Supreme Court.
Yes, I did.
With regard to the HHS mandate.
Exactly. I was full of rightful indignation, especially when we had Most Holy Mother Church, the Roman Catholic Ecclesia.
Mm-hmm.
It is an enormous, autonomous ecclesiastical government, global government. And I was so upset with we have our president that is being unprecedented and incredible that he was intruding into another government internal affairs
Right.
and trying to control. That is that is prohibited
Right.
by the First Amendment.
Right.
No.
And you do, I mean, I love this paragraph. Obviously, you stole it from the Constitution, but
Well, I actually know. I actually quote in the Constitution.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
And it does. It says it all. I mean, it's basically a very terse document. You know,
Yes.
It's very short, very sweet, and it outlines perfectly what the government should and shouldn't do.
Exactly.
And I'll just quote what you wrote here from the Constitution. It says, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings," that's important, blessings,
Exactly.
"of liberty to ourselves and our posterity." And you emphasize this. And we know that our posterity is our children,
Exactly.
born and unborn.
Exactly. Posterity in every language, I don't care any language in the whole world. Posterity always means children and children. That's the only
Right.
thing. Now, I asked very decent Americans what posterity meant, and that's what I love about the American people. They're pretty honest. They say, well, it means prosperity.
No.
I said, no, well, you are kind of close because having children is prosperity, but that's not the meaning.
Yeah.
And others were so, Americans, they were so honest that they said to me, I honestly do not know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I explained that posterity in any language means children and children.
Yeah.
When
Our
you
future.
Exactly. When you see the preamble of the Constitution, the first reading, that's the preamble, what preceded the
Right.
Constitution.
It gives you the reasons.
That's the heart.
Yeah.
That's the heart and soul of the Constitution. It's like the heart, it's got the arteries and it's got the veins. Out of that, everything, all the amendments and the articles have to be coming from that. So when you say that, it says people, our American people, have to read about posterity, and then there is no rebuttal there.
Right.
When you present it to the Supreme Court, anybody can go to the Supreme Court and say, listen, Roe v. Wade has to go.
Right.
It's unconstitutional. It is. Roe v. Wade is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
Besides, the killing of children is unthinkable. It's horrible. I give you, I don't mean to I would like to give you a quick, I met this I was, today is the April 24th.
Yep.
And it marks the 6 months of November 24th. I met a beautiful family. We were invited. And I met this beautiful family, her husband Italian, the lady, a Jewish lady, name is Marcy. Excellent mother, excellent wife, beautiful human being, a Jewish person. And she suffered from fibromyalgia, a tremendous suffering. She was telling me how she offered the sufferings for the children. And the bottom line, she didn't understand.
I thought that was just a Catholic thing.
I know, and she was offering, and I have such tremendous love for this lady and so much respect. You got beautiful daughters and son, and she was telling me she's very much into politics and very much very patriotic. This lady is incredible, very patriotic.
So you guys got along right away.
Yes. And she told me how she got upset when she heard on the news about they are talking the politicians about abortion. She said, I get so mad because this does not belong in the politics. I began to explain to her everything. I got her watching the Holy Mass at noon every day.
Wow.
She came to me and she said she has learned so much. Now she understands. This is a Jewish lady, a fantastic human being. And like I said, I have so much love and respect for her. She came and told me, since I've been talking to you, I have learned so much. She went and told her daughters that abortion and taking the pill is intrinsical evil.
Wow.
Before she did not know that. Now she is so much. She even wants. She told me about going perhaps next year to the pro-life. But she has become. She got a tremendous. I gave her a rosary. She's Jewish. I gave her a rosary because she suffers so much. She comes to me.
Right.
She said she kisses the rosary and kisses the crucifix, the picture of Jesus. And she said, since I met you, we've been talking. She said, you have made me a better person.
Wow.
And I said, Marcy, you have made me a
Sure.
better man. And it goes to show you, for the audience or somebody there that is Jewish, how a lot of people, it's not that they are evil.
Right.
Sometimes they don't understand, but when they give them the knowledge, when they begin to see truth himself, then there are these beautiful human beings like Marcy, that they react. Now she's defending, and she has a tremendous love of the Catholic Church that I cannot put it into words.
So I mean, that's what we try to stress here all the time, is that you need to arm yourself with the truth. And go out and talk to people. Here was this woman. She felt that we didn't need to be talking about abortion in the public arena. That's just somebody. It's private. These politicians got to stop talking about it and get on with whatever else they need to get on with.
Exactly.
And she didn't realize the importance that
Yes.
our voice has in trying to protect the unborn and all the other. And are infirm and are disabled. We need to protect everybody, the innocents in this country. And so just by talking with her,
Exactly.
you opened her eyes.
Yes.
And now she is talking to her children.
Yes.
And then her children will talk to other children, and other people.
Exactly.
So it's really important that we talk with our family and friends about these issues, because like you said, it's not that they're evil.
They're not evil.
Sometimes they're just ignorant, and that's not mean stupid.
No,
That means
but
that they just don't.
They don't have the knowledge.
know.
She told me, I gave her. I got Marcy the scarlet and the black. She said, I could not believe. She said, I never thought, nobody ever taught me that Most Holy Mother Church, the church, were defending our Jewish brothers and sisters.
Sure.
She never knew. She said, they never taught me this. She said, I am upset. I'm showing the truth. Like I said, we need people like I said, a lot of people like Marcy. They are truly beautiful human beings. These are the kind of people that, to me, give me hope.
Right.
That are persons like me give me hope, because when we see and they don't know the Catholic faith, and she's offering the sufferings. She said she suffers, sometimes she cannot move.
Yeah.
And she said the suffering, for my children doesn't have to go through. I told her redemptive suffering. I said, don't waste it. Join it to Christ. She said, I cannot do it. How can I make Jesus suffer more? She said, no, trust me. And now she's joining the sufferings with Christ. This lady, very classy, beautiful woman, Marcy, I consider a friend of her forever until I did the day I do anything for her. She's a beautiful person. So putting all this together, we human beings have to become this way.
Yeah, and it's one-on-one. It's not like you don't have to go out on a soapbox and talk about these issues with, like 1,000 people at a time.
Exactly.
It's one-on-one,
Yeah.
and that way, they are more open to you,
Exactly.
because you have time to dissect the issues and try to understand where they're coming from and try to direct them towards the truth.
Exactly. You are absolutely right that I am 100% with you, and that's what we have decent senators. They are very good people that are Democrats, are decent. We got to bring back the moral values and all that, because we have to remember that ethics, moral ethics and public policy, they have to be there. Laws without moral justification are not laws, you know. And our president, we pray for our President Obama that he realizes sometimes, like he's telling the people, he's doing very well, which reminds me of a story of a man falling from a 14 building of a residential building.
Sure.
And like President, I'm doing very well. This man fell off from a residential high residential building. As he was falling down, everyone on his balcony was asking, "How you doing?" He said, "So far so good." So far so good. You know,
He's just not looking down.
that's right. He's not realizing it, but we pray for him, and we need to have a change.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And like you said, most people aren't evil. It's just that they just don't know. You know, even when we talk about abortionists, you know, so many people have told them, you know, that they're big heroes, that they're, you know, helping women. Deep down, they really know that what they're doing is wrong, and you know, nobody's there helping them, you know, to break away from that, and they just keep getting the negative, you know, the positive reinforcement for the negative things that they're doing.
Exactly.
And so they're not evil people. They're just doing evil things, and we need to help, you know, pray that they can see the error of their ways.
Prayer, I have to agree with you. Prayer is the most, especially the rosary. The rosary is not. It's power there. That's, to me, that's the most beautiful thing.
It's a
I love
weapon
the
of
rosary.
mass destruction.
God bless you. You beautiful. I love that. You are absolutely right. You know, real quick, how many kids you have?
2.
God bless you.
And I'm gonna have to keep praying.
Yes.
They're always just
The
a
rosary. I
challenge.
said, listen, we sometimes go down. I mean, I'm a man, and we have sometimes. We feel sometimes lonely, we cry or get down, but hold on to the rosary. That's what I love this about Marcy. She's holding on to the rosary. She's Jewish, she never knew that.
Right, right.
She said that maybe she goes down, she holds and kisses the rosary. I was talking one time on the phone, and I could hear the rosary when she was
And the
on the phone.
beads, yeah.
Because she suffered with that. She's been suffering for 10 years. But this is an incredible lady.
Yeah, fibromyalgia is a very, very debilitating disease. Yeah.
And I was very impressed when I met her, and she said Jewish. And I said, this is so beautiful, thinking, she comes from Jesus.
Yeah.
I said, I want to get home. I want to touch it, because to me, that's Jesus. That's the chosen people, you know. And you got this beautiful, and she brought her children. She's got 2 beautiful daughters, and a son and a grandchild. And she is such a beautiful mother. Oh, my goodness. I could not, I should write a book about her. You know. I told her one time that I changed, because today, the 24th, I met her on the November 24th, and I said about Thanksgivings, you know.
Yeah.
I said, I give every November, I give Thanksgiving to God. I said, I changed the thing to Marcy's Day.
Marcy's Day.
I don't now not call her Thanksgiving, but Marcy's Day, you know.
So yeah, I mean, all you had to do was just start talking to this one person, and not only did it affect her in a positive way, but obviously it has affected you in a very positive way. You know, she's touched you as well, and her faith has strengthened your faith as well.
And I have to be so grateful to my wife Jenny, because what she did for the kids, thanks to her. Like I said, I give it all the. I give all the credit to her, my wife Jenny, for my son Friar Didika, Gabriel, London, and Chelsea, Jen and John, because, and all the children, because to me she did everything, you know. And we not be perfect, you know. I know that I'm not always right, but I'm never wrong.
And you're never afraid either, it seems
No.
like, to help others come to the truth.
Exactly.
And you have to have that,
Yeah.
that faith in God, that, you know, to be fearless.
Exactly. Like the Most Holy Mother Church, the Roman Catholic Ecclesia teaches, the truth is not a something, the truth is not a subject. The truth is a somebody. His name is Jesus Christ. That's awesome. Truly awesome.
And you always know that He's on your side if
Yeah.
you're willing to speak up for Him.
And our celestial mom, the most blessed Virgin Mary. So that's really beautiful.
So why don't we close with a little more information about your lovely wife and how she has helped you
Tremendously.
through the
Praying, and also praying, the saying the rosary, you know. She's very prayerful. No, she's always praying, saying the rosary. And when you realize when you have two Franciscan sons, you know, the devil attacks you more.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it becomes, so you got a triple, double, quadruple. You name it, you have to, about the prayers, you know, so.
So you did find that you were attacked spiritually because of
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, without a doubt, no. And it still today attacks me. So I have to be vigilant. And I fall. I fall and live and rely on the mercy of the God and the most blessed Virgin Mary that I'm going to make it the next day.
Well, you got. I mean, everybody falls. You know,
Yes.
it's the spiritual person who realizes that nobody's perfect, and that we do have solace in confession, and to be able to start all over again, and know that you're going to fall again anyways.
We Catholics are so blessed
Lucky,
to have, no, not lucky, we are blessed to have the sacrament of confession. You know, when the priest of Jesus comes and Jesus is actually talking to us. This is awesome. We are very blessed.
We really are.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but whenever you put yourself out there for God, and
Yes.
you do have to expect spiritual attacks from the devil.
Yes.
You really do. And obviously with your family being so dedicated to God through your four sons and daughter, living their faith so well, plus your wife, yeah, that's to be expected. Really is. So we're going to have to keep you in prayer too.
Oh, yes. We got to we need each other.
Yeah.
We definitely need each other because, you know, especially in the struggle that we have today. You know.
Yes. It's worse and worse.
That's
and
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for
Oh, my
joining us. It
pleasure.
was really
Thank you
pleasure
so much.
to see
God bless
you.
And thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope that you can be brave, like Mr. Cortes here, and talk about things, pro-life things, faith-related things to people in families that you, in your family and friends, and convert them. And when you look in the mirror the next time, you realize yours too is the face of pro-life. Please join us again next time.